Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Excuse if the voice is a little deep, a little rough today, ladies. But busy day yesterday. Did the video, and then I decided to do a test stream. As you know, I've been pretty poorly recently, and the voice has actually really struggled to come back. I've been able to speak okay for about 40 minutes or so. And then it starts to really get dry and break and crack and stuff. So I thought I'd do a test stream for 2 hours. And then I kind of really started enjoying myself. And everyone who came in were really cool and were having a good time. And so a 2-hour stream turned into a 4-hour stream nearly. And then when I finished that, the news broke. I fell asleep for a couple of hours, and then the news broke of the Blizzard response to the whole Blitzchung incident. And so I did a video about that, and it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and that video in itself went on for 30 minutes. And then I couldn't get to sleep while 7 o'clock in the morning, slept through to about midday, woke up, felt rough as a dog's ballsack. And then just went back to bed. Woke up about an hour ago. And my voice is just... So that was a nice, long opening. Everyone's just looking at me like, we don't care, monkey. Entertain us. We don't care if you sound like a bag of spanners. Entertain us, monkey. Dance, monkey. Okay, sorry. The monkey will now dance. So, if you weren't aware, check out the latest video by me. Blizzard's response to the whole Blitzchung incident. It's laughable. Absolutely laughable. And this weekend, the League of Legends World Championship group stages start. And so Riot have decided to put out a statement. And I'm giggling, because I'll get into why I'm giggling about all of this in a moment. And Riot, of course, if you're unaware, are completely owned by Tencent, which essentially is NetEase's major competition in China when it comes to gaming and stuff. Two massive companies. In actual fact, Tencent, I believe, own 10% of Blizzard. So there's a little bit of investment there in itself. And the Blizzard response hasn't gone down well at all from a lot of perspectives. If you read the article, it's got misinformation, essentially lies in it as well. They don't mention at all American University, which did exactly the same as Blitzchung, and they're not going to do anything. There's going to be no repercussions for that. There's lots of stuff in there. And then today, there's information breaking, and I'm only going to touch on this because I don't know. But somebody's come out and said that they reckon that the statement put out by J. Allen Barak hasn't actually been written by him. It's been written probably by somebody who is both Chinese, who's got a good understanding of both Chinese and English, and they break down why because of the structure of the article. I don't know. I know nothing about that in terms of being able to qualify it or not. So I literally don't know. One thing which did get people sort of interested and piqued was the fact that when the statement from J. Allen Barak went live, the date on the statement was the 12th of October. Now, I know it's the 12th now, but when that statement came out, it was still the 11th of October in the UK, which meant it was absolutely the 11th of October in America, because America, of course, are behind, in case you weren't aware, time-wise. And so, was J. Allen Barak in America? Or was he in China? If he is in America, then he couldn't have sent that statement. It had to have been written by somebody else and maybe got his nod of approval. So there's all kinds of weirdo stuff going on right now, but let's focus on Riot. because Riot are fully owned by a Chinese company. They've got their esport qualifiers starting this weekend, starting today, and they're shitting themselves. Let's just be perfectly honest here. They're absolutely cacking themselves. Again, I'll get into why I'm giggling about this whole situation shortly. Now, this comes from John Needham, the global head of League of Legends esports, and he's put out this statement on Twitter. As we near this weekend's League of Legends World Championship group stage, I want to take a moment to speak clearly about how we approach sensitive topics on Riot's broadcasts. As a general rule, we want to keep our broadcasts focused on the game, the sport, and the players. Understandable. I absolutely get that and absolutely understand that. We serve fans from many different countries and cultures, and you're never going to be able to satisfy them all. Get over it. And we believe this opportunity comes with a responsibility to keep personal views on sensitive issues, political, religious, or otherwise, separate. I get that. And I actually fully understand that. Sometimes, obviously, things happen as they did with Blitzchung in his case. These topics are often incredibly nuanced, correct? Require deep understanding and willingness to listen, correct? And cannot be fairly represented in the forum of broadcast our broadcasts provide. Therefore, we have reminding our casters and pro players to refrain from discussing any of these topics on air. Actually, what John's done here is he's put forward a very good argument to get rid of Twitter. Let's just be honest, because Twitter is a hotbed of these incidents, and you can barely write anything, and so arguments happen very easily because you can't express yourself fully. So actually, John, really good argument for getting rid of Twitter, which is a toxic piece of absolute garbage. Totally agree. Our decision also reflects that we have Riot employees and fans in regions where there has been or there is the risk of political and or social unrest, including places like Hong Kong. Right, well obviously there's reasons for that. Again, but as he says, it's nuanced. We believe we have a responsibility to do our best to ensure that statements or actions on our official platforms, intended or not, do not escalate potentially sensitive situations. Fair enough. We'll always strive to deliver a great competitive experience for players and fans. It may be idealistic, but we hope that League of Legends can be a positive force that brings... It's a very toxic game. It's a positive force that brings people together no matter what they are in the world, even if it's just one game at a time on Summoner's Rift. Okay, fair enough. This is actually a very good statement by John. The reason why I've been giggling throughout the course of this video is because Blizzard are the people who caused this problem, not Blitzchung. The way that Blizzard overreacted and over-responded to what Blitzchung did caused the Streisand effect. Shone every single solitary light on this. And John's reaching out to competitors here. And I understand that and I appreciate that. But it was Blizzard Entertainment that has blown this out of all proportion, that has made it the global event, the international incident that it's become, and it's their fault. Because instead of dealing with something in a very calm, calculated manner, they had to appease their Chinese communist overlords. And so they had to come down on them like a ton of bricks. Now, some people are saying, that Weibo account, though, I could only see references to NetEase. To do business in China, you have to go through a Chinese company. In Blizzard's case, NetEase is that company. That's why you get that. So just to qualify that for some people. But if Blizzard hadn't come down on Blitzchung as hard and as passionately as they did, and I say passionately based off, obviously, the response that was put up on Weibo, as regards to how disgusted and all this kind of stuff, all this very grandiose terminology that they were using in terms of we are disgraced by the political opinions dare shared here. We will do everything to secured the pride and whatever of China, and oh my goodness me, it was crazy. It was just like crazy ranty videos from 1930s in certain countries. So it was Blizzard themselves, not the players. And if Blizzard had dealt with this situation in a calm manner and just taken Blitzchung to one side, as we've said in all these videos, and just given them a rap on the knuckles, maybe deducted 10% of his purse for winning that tournament, and putting out a statement saying, please, this is a gaming forum for gamers, not a political forum. If you want to conduct in political activities, do them on your own time, on your own platforms. And if people choose to do this any further, there will be repercussions. And I don't think anyone would have batted an eyelid. People would have gone, all right, fair enough. Because it was dealt with in a very calm way, without stupidity coming forward, like taking away his whole purse for the competition, banning him for 12 months, sacking the casters who were there as well. A complete and utter overreaction from it. Excuse me. Which came across quite succinctly as a desperate attempt to appease China. So, this reaction here, I know it's set for the players, and I know they're probably very worried indeed, because if somebody from the League of Legends World Championship group stages decides to show solidarity with Blitzchung, this is going to be really interesting, because if Riot come down on them like a ton of bricks as well, then this global incident is really going to start to kick up, because this is going to seriously look like American companies desperate to protect their Chinese counterparts, their Chinese relationships, which is going to come across as very un-American. And America is already in enough trouble as it is with the fact that there's a lot of people right now that can't take the fact that their party lost an election. Regroup, get over it, vote next time, and who knows? But it happens. Parties come and go and take, but the crazy nature which it's been dealt with in this time, we all know what's going on there. So there's a hotbed of political gubbins, crap, shit, whatever you want to call it, going on in the world today. And if somebody decides, one of these players, two of these players, somebody holds up a May statue, well, they got pulled, so there won't be that. May banners, or somebody's wearing a May top or something. What is going to be construed as potentially poking the bear in this case? But I understand that Riot, and I do appreciate, and I truly do, I do understand and appreciate that Riot want to keep gaming competitions for gaming, and I get that. The problem is, it's Blizzard that you want to talk to. It's Blizzard that you want to talk to, because at the end of the day, it's Blizzard that blew everything out of all proportion. Everything. And now, I'm sorry, but gaming companies are going to have to deal with the ramifications of that. Now, Tim Sweeney has said, of course, that Fortnite players will not be penalised if they so choose to state political ideology. And that's going to be controversial in itself, because if you've got Blizzard have come down on somebody like a ton of bricks, Tim Sweeney saying, well, we won't do anything, but let's be honest, Tim Sweeney's desperate to play the good guy here. Who knows what would have happened if it was Fortnite that sparked this all. And if Riot are putting out statements like this, which is essentially warning people, saying if you do conduct, we're going to do something. It's how much that penalty could be, how much that penalty could... do they have to try and do something along the same lines as Blizzard, or will they take a much more calculated approach? This is all getting real screwed up. And I just find it absolutely fascinating. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch live streaming links. They're in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.